Hey, what's going on, guys? Thought I'd hop on, see how everyone is doing. Hello there. Yeah, can't read your name. It seems to be written in, is that Arabic? Possibly. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. How is everyone this morning or afternoon, depending where you are? How is everyone? Hope everyone is cool. Ahmad. Interesting. I've heard of Ahmed, but not Ahmad. That's a new one. Ahmad. So yeah, I just thought I'd hop on and yeah, connect with everyone. Can't see the next one. That is also written, I believe, in Arabic, which I don't fully understand, unfortunately. Hab. What's that? What's that exactly? Hab. Hab. So yeah, I'm just going through some emails, and I thought I'd just hop on in case. Well, I was on last time, and I thought maybe last week, and I thought let me just hop on and have a chat, see if anyone's got any fitness questions, and yeah, just have a chat. So, if you guys have any questions, then let me know. But I'll just start off with how my day has been so far. I have been fasting from yesterday about, I think it was 6 or 6:30. That was the last time I had a meal. Today I plan to fast for about maybe 20 hours, possibly 20 hours. I don't normally calculate. I'm not really super stringent on the time in which I fast. I just push it as far as I can go. And normally I could do 20 hours quite easily. Sometimes 22 hours. So far, in terms of food, I haven't eaten anything. But there are some things that I do consume, which is not food, to help me during the food fast. Now, it's not a traditional fast in a sense of people say that for it to be an official fast, you are not allowed to consume any calories whatsoever. I do have some, but it comes in a form of liquid, like this right here. This has some essential amino acids in there. So I normally have some sort of minerals, essential amino acids, and some other stuff. So I normally put this in there as well. This is called Radiant. This is very good for the skin, joint, hair, and nails. Because I want my nails to look good. Yeah, I just take it because it's good for skin, mainly. And now I'm growing this beard. It's growing a little bit unevenly at the moment, but hopefully in a few months it will get a bit better. I did trim it down slightly because it was very uneven. I had more facial hair around here because this grows very quickly. This is like new hair around here, which grows a lot slower. I don't know how it is for you guys. This is all new to me. I don't know if you saw any of my previous posts, but I had a beard transplant where they took a graft from the back of my head and they placed it in my face to help with hair growth. After I'd done that, I received so many DMs from guys saying, oh my God, I didn't even know this existed because I can't grow my hair. So it was really good for me. It was really nice to know that I could bring some information to people so that they know what is available. I had many people asking me, why are you doing it? You don't need to do that. You look gorgeous and stuff like that, which is nice to hear. But remember, it's for me. It's not because I want to approval from someone else's beauty aspect or whatever. It's for me. I've always wanted a beard. I feel as though it, for a man, it can complete his look. So some people really care about the hair on their head, you know? They want to grow hair, and the moment they lose it, they get worried and that sort of thing. For me, I noticed I started receding on the front a little bit and also around here. I could have had that done as well, but that wasn't really a concern of mine, to be honest. It was just a beard. So they said, would you like to focus on there? I was like, nah, I shaved my head anyway. So yeah. Anthony, good morning from New Jersey. Sweet, New Jersey. Great accent. Where are you from? I am from United Kingdom, England. So I was born in Edmonton, North London, not Edmonton, Canada. So yeah, North London is where I was born, but I live in Essex at the moment. So I don't have an Essex accent. I believe it's London. Sometimes it's weird because to me I sound clearly British, but some people ask me, are you American? And I'm thinking, not even close. It's a weird one. But yeah, what's it like in New Jersey? Let me know. So yeah, just growing this beard out. I'm gonna probably grow it for about a year, but I will be trimming it in between to try and keep it even so it doesn't look extremely tacky. Making sure that the level is right. I won't be going skin deep because I want it to come through, you know, grow out fully. Like a real beard, you know? So that's the key focus there. So fasting, haven't eaten since 6:30, and I'm planning to maybe break it about maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. And in the meantime, I'll be consuming this, which has essential amino acids and also Radiant. So Radiant has things like collagen, vitamin C, biotin, Lustriva, which I don't fully understand, to be honest. I'm still reading in on that. Silicate, magnesium, biotinate, Elastiglow. But it's all good for hair and skin and joints and that sort of thing. One of the things I focus on quite heavily is making sure that my overall well-being is good. Not just, you know, lifting weights and eating good food, but I take certain supplements to help with other things. You know, if you can have it from food, then fantastic. Certain foods might not have the bioavailability of certain ingredients, so it's okay to top it up with supplements. I also have something else in there called Prime. Prime is like an intra, kind of like an intra workout drink. So I had a miniature workout. I'll speak to you in a second. Sony. So I had a miniature workout and I had this right here. So it has creatine in there. Creatine, calcium, beta hydroxybutyrate. Wait. Calcium, beta hydroxy, beta methyl butyrate. Wow. So the short word for that is HMB. I've always known it as HMB because trying to pronounce that is just effort. HMB is really good for being anti-catabolic. So if you don't want to lose muscle, this is a good thing to take. So if you have strenuous exercises, then HMB is very useful. If you're fasting as well and you don't want to go catabolic, HMB is very useful. Strenuous exercise may be anabolic, but to a degree can be catabolic depending how intense you are training and what fuel you have in your body. HMB helps to protect and preserve your muscle. So that's a really good thing to have. Beta-alanine and something else called GAA. GAA is like it's like a form of creatine. And obviously there's a lot of There's a lot of study behind creatine, and we all know how great it is, but GAA allows it to work better. I think it's said that it works in about 4 different pathways in the body. One of them is including your brain. So if you didn't know, creatine is actually really good for cognition. There are some supplements out there, what people take, that has creatine in there because it's good for cognition. So people who are training, which might have a pre-workout, which has things which is good for your neurotransmitters, it also has creatine in there, which is good for your brain. So bear that in mind. Even if you don't train, you can still use creatine. A lot of people are concerned with water retention on creatine, but I would say to you it's very minimal. I would say it holds more water in the muscle itself, not the fat. Holds it in the muscle. So you might actually look a bit more fuller. But if you are holding a lot of body fat, then it might appear as though you're just holding water somewhere else. But it will just be in your muscle, nowhere else. Isn't water fasting the way forward? Well, you know what? Water fasting is a great thing. And so with water fasting, it helps to switch on something called autophagy. Because you are not consuming any food, your body goes through a state of repair, and having water is a great way to do that. So there's different forms of fasting. I think the problem we have with society today is people suggest you must do it this way, otherwise it's wrong. You know, some people say, oh, it's plant-based, you have to go plant-based. Animal products is wrong, they're full of toxins and poison, and the meat is injected with hormones, and the animals are fed food which is infected with or sprayed with glyphosate, and like loads of stuff. And then you have those that are carnivore who say, don't eat plants. Plants are bad for you because they contain toxins. Whereas they do contain toxins. However, you know, we've grown to a point where our body is used to it. And as long as we cook it the way it's supposed to be cooked, they're not really going to harm all of us. Some of us, it might be, might not work with our microbiome or perhaps our genetics, but it's you can't have a real dogmatic approach with everything. So water fasting is good, yes, but to say it's the way forward, it depends on your goal. So I will do water fasting sometimes when I want to focus more on autophagy, and autophagy is where your body goes through a process of, you could say, removing dysfunctional cells. So it's almost like a state of survival where it's like, okay, we are surviving. We don't have any fuel at the moment. We need to be very efficient. So let's get rid of the dysfunctional cells and focus on the strong cells. Sometimes what happens is, if you don't get rid of the dysfunctional cells, naturally those cells will wrap onto the good cells and potentially cause them to become dysfunctional. So the occasional fasting is definitely good, whether it's a dry fast or water fasting. Now, this type of fast which I'm doing is just food, from food. So yeah, and I can switch it to water. It doesn't have to be, oh, one way, has to be. You just mix it up. Depends on whatever your goal is. Appreciate and work on your upper chest, sir. So upper chest, are you asking how to train it? Is that the question? I mean, there's many exercises for that. I think that the easiest one to do is probably incline bench press or incline dumbbell press. There's lots of different machines where you can work on the incline chest, the upper chest, or you can even push-ups with your legs elevated. You could end up working the chest as well. So that's that. But I'll be honest, there's so many different exercises, it's hard to like go through each one and pinpoint them, which is the reason why I've put many different exercises on the app. So it will show you the different machines that you can use, different variations like using cables, or just being creative, innovative. Sometimes you have to be innovative in the gym, especially when the gym is really busy. Have you ever had it where you're in a gym and you're using an equipment, somebody comes over and says, how long are you going to be there? I've had that many times, but I'm so used to the gym now that if there are certain equipment which is taken, I can implement another exercise that is going to work that body part. I'll never hang around and wait. I guess it depends. If you have a small gym and limited facility, then I get it. But it's good to know a different mixed range of exercises. But for chest, rule of thumb is any kind of incline press to work the upper chest. But yeah, for those that are struggling with losing body fat or gaining muscle, who want to just build overall functional fitness, understand a bit more on the science of health and biohacking. Like, I put so much information in the app, it's unreal. And you know, it's stuff that you can easily go back to as well. It's got like motivational videos, you know, for people who are, let's say, coming back from holiday, they've put on a bit of weight, they may need something to help them to shed off those kind of pounds as quick as possible. Then there's going to be tips like that for you. People who need motivation for, not necessarily direct motivation, but it's like they're struggling because they work long hours. It's like, okay, how do you keep fit when you work long hours? I don't have time to go to the gym. There is still a way. There is still a way. I've always managed to find time to work out, whether it's at the gym or not. So I've always worked on mitigation strategies. So if I am faced with an obstacle, I always question, okay, how do I get around it? And with that bit of knowledge, I've always managed to maintain on top of my training regimen. It might not be not every day is going to be an intense training day. As long as you are consistent, that is the main thing. And that is the key focus on the app, to make sure that you've got a mixed range of all the different exercises and all the frequently asked questions. Should you be struggling on certain days, you've got no excuses for yourself. You will always find a way out. There's also like a huge food menu which you can choose from. And it's not even just a huge food menu, which is great, but an application where you can input all your information, all the foods that you're eating, all the calorific amounts, and you'll be able to know, all right, how much calories do I have left to consume to hit my goal? That is such a great feature. Whilst you are doing this, you know, your training system, you can also switch it up. You don't have to stick to the same program all the time. Sometimes it gets mundane, and there's always alternatives. You don't have to do the same thing. So when people say, okay, Roger, how do you get big arms? How do you get big arms? Well, you know, I do loads of different exercises. It's not just one. So, but it's all about knowing, okay, this is the short head, this is the long head, this is the forearm, this is the, you know, long head of the tricep or medial head. And as long as I'm doing all the different sections for those parts, there's many different exercises. So I always make sure that, for me, I'll keep it nice and interesting, and I don't stick to the same thing all the time. it's better for you to keep the motivation. For those who's been doing it for many years, it's easier for them to stick to a very, strict, maybe slightly mundane work regimen. So they're already driven. They've already got the consistency and dedication. But for many others that are starting out, it's nice if you've got a variety. So that is not just training, but food. And I think what is also important is knowing the amount of calories you're consuming. So you don't have to necessarily eliminate all of the fun food out of your diet. It's knowing how much calories you're consuming. That is the main thing, But if you want to take your fitness a bit further than body composition, then that is when you can focus on, okay, I want the foods to be a bit more nutritious. And that is another thing. So it doesn't have to be 100% dogmatic, has to be this way, but there are certain confinements that you have to stick to. If you want to lose body fat, then you need to look at a deficit. If you want to increase muscle, then you need to look at a surplus. And there's many other things to add to that to tailor whatever you're looking to do. So yeah, just make sure if you want to get in shape, you want me to coach you, just click that link and join my opt-in page, and either me or one of my team will get back to you to download the app and get you started on a program. It's going to be exceptional, because whilst all the main things are there, I'm also looking at focusing on people who are really interested in biohacking. So biohacking is people who want to biologically hack their body. They really want to achieve optimal health. So I'll be looking to collaborate with brands that specialize in genetics tests, hormones tests, environmental toxins tests. Did I say microbiome? Microbiome tests. So, you can take your fitness to the next level. It's not going to be the typical stuff that people talk about. I offer a lot of information. The main goal is for me to help you achieve optimal fitness and to look great at the same time. I don't see why not anyone can do that. But you need to have the tools and know exactly what to do and the different ranges of ways in which you can do it. So make sure you click that link and let me help you. Have you got any questions, guys, before I disappear? Because if you're there and you have some questions, please throw them to me. Otherwise, I'm going to get back to what I'm doing. I've got lots of emails to do. Also some training videos. I've noticed that I've been posting videos on Instagram. Normally, it would automatically post on Facebook, but for some reason it wasn't happening. So I have to apologize about that. It's something that I need to amend. It's been posting it somewhere else for some reason. So you probably haven't been seeing a lot of my posts. I'll make sure I sort that out so that you can see them. All right, as there's no questions, all good. Guys, have a blessed day.